Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a whole range of Spanish resources that I think will be helpful to help you boost your Spanish this year. I'm going to be categorizing them by beginner, intermediate, or advanced. However, honestly, it's up to you. If I say something is advanced but you're intermediate and want to give it a go, do it. The first resource which I'm going to recommend is a particular Chrome extension, and I discovered this Chrome extension as a beginner, so I'm recommending it for beginners all the way up to advanced because I still use it now. It's just a great tool in general, and this Chrome extension is subtitles in dual languages. So the first subtitle will be in the language you're learning, in this case Spanish, and the second set of subtitles can be in your native language. And not only do you just have like these subtitles, but when you click on the word, it gives you like a mini like dictionary with different examples of the word being used. You can highlight the word, you can add it to a deck straight away. It's basically like, have you heard of those? It kind of reminds me like of those Lingo Pi apps and stuff. However, this Chrome extension is free. And on stuff like, oh wait, I can't start bashing Lingo Pi because then they won't sponsor me for anything. Okay, anyway, and I will definitely put it down in the description, the Chrome extension, so you guys can find it and download it if you don't already have it, because I feel like that is the starter pack. Like that is the starter pack resource to learning a second language. Second resource which I'm going to recommend is Spanish Dictionary, and I talk about Spanish Dictionary so much. For you guys that have been watching me, you just hear about it all the time, but so many people just use Spanish Dictionary as a translator, as a dictionary, and I'm like, guys, come on. Like Spanish Dictionary does so much more than that. They literally have like teachers on there that give full-on lessons for each grammatical topic. Like I will insert this here, I will die on this hill that Spanish Dictionary is what got me fluent in Spanish. Do you know what I mean? Like it's what got me to intermediate. Because once I got to intermediate, I could start speaking with people, I could start practicing by myself, doing other things. But Spanish Dictionary, if you haven't studied Spanish formally, like if you didn't study in school, you didn't study at university like me, then Spanish Dictionary will give you all of the formal grammar and really like the backbone of the language that you need. It's so much more than a translator. So yeah, if you have heard of Spanish Dictionary, but you're just not utilizing it to its full potential, I'm just going to go on the screen and just show you. As you can see on the screen, I'm just showing you all of the different things Spanish Dictionary does. We've got grammar exercises, we've got grammar lessons, we've got vocabulary flashcards, we have pronunciation, like we have all sort of things going on Spanish Dictionary. Conjugation drills as well. Like what more could you really want? And it's free. If you want to get premium, fine. However, I have the free version and it has just done wonders for me. Oh yeah, also Spanish Dictionary I'd recommend for beginner all the way to advanced because it's just like the backbone of the language. It's the backbone of Spanish, honestly. Like you're just gonna need it from day one up until forever. There's always new words to learn, so you're always gonna want to use your flashcards on Spanish Dictionary anyway. So it's just a complete, full range resource that I'd recommend. The next one is Translators. If you are using Google Translate, please stop. I'm just going to quickly recommend DeepL. It's a much better translator because it gives you alternatives. It can also understand like cultural cues sometimes. There's some things that don't need to be translated literally and directly from English. And I feel like DeepL kind of gets that. So it's just a better translator than Google. So if you are using Google Translate or whatever other translator you're using, I would just personally recommend that you try out DeepL. It's pretty good. Okay, so this resource is only for beginner to intermediate because once you're advanced, it's not going to be as helpful as other resources could be. And I'm going to recommend the Ollie Richards series of books. But when I recommend this, I do want to say with a pinch of salt. Some people have read the Ollie Richards series in other languages and said that it like didn't make sense. And if you've read it in one language and you read it in another language, it's going to be the same story. So I've read the Ollie Richards beginner and intermediate books for Spanish, both of them. There was another intermediate book, but I didn't buy that because I just felt like I was ready to read something different. But I would strongly recommend those series because first of all, I really enjoyed them. Second of all, I learned so much from them. The new and difficult words are highlighted in bold, and then at the end of each chapter, there's like a summary and a quiz. Like they will literally quiz you on your comprehension of the chapter. What did you understand? And I just think it's really good. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely recommend it. I can recommend it for Spanish. Um, I was seeing some things in Amazon reviews about a potential typo or a few typos in the book. I didn't really notice anything too much. I feel like I just kind of was like, okay, when I carried on reading. However, if that kind of thing does bother you, then I would just say, sorry. Also, if you're new here, my name is Beatrice. I post language related content every week. At the minute, I'm learning Spanish and I'm really, really enjoying it. Just documenting my journey and sharing tips and tricks and all sorts of stuff. So yeah. This resource pertains a lot more to advanced. However, if you are intermediate, I feel like you'd still get lots of value from it. So it is the DW documentary series, and these are available for free on YouTube. The DW documentary series, I will link them down below, so don't even worry about trying to find it. I got you. These are just documentaries about a whole range of topics in real life. They're just like genuine documentaries, and they're all done with a Spanish voiceover. There's a voiceover in Spanish on these documentaries because the original language of the documentary could be English, could be French, could be German, could be anything really. So they've just got a Spanish voiceover on all of the documentaries. Some people have issues with voiceovers of not liking them and stuff like that. I say boohoo, honestly, because as a language learner, so much of the stuff that you want to watch and you are going to watch is going to be voiceovered, or it's going to be dubbed. Sorry. So yeah, like I really enjoyed watching Squid Games, but they don't have a Squid Games in Latin America, so I watched it in Spanish dubbed, and I really enjoyed it. You know, like on X Factor or Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent, when you see all the judges and they all have water, it makes sense. Like when you're talking this much, guys. This resource ranges from A1, which is the complete beginner, to C2, which is further than native speaking. Honestly, that's like fully proficient, professor's level in the language. And it's Prof de ELE, I think it's called. It's basically comprehension, reading, videos, articles, everything. I'm just gonna show you it on the screen right now because I don't really know how to describe what this resource is. You know, they go up to level C2. It's amazing. Just have a look for yourself. I've linked it down below in the description, so have fun with that. I recommend. Mwah. There's a new podcast on the radar which I've been listening to. I don't know if it's a genuinely new podcast. It's definitely not, but it's new to me, so I'm going to share it. And it's called The Wild Project. This is pretty much for advanced, I'm not going to lie. They speak, they laugh a lot, like while they're speaking, and they mumble a bit sometimes. So if you're not comfortable with how Spanish sounds, you know, like in a calm setting, this podcast can be a bit chaotic at times, but I really like it. So I'm going to recommend The Wild Project. High intermediate to advanced, I think you'd really enjoy it. They talk about a whole bunch of different topics to do with real life, and they just interview people basically. And also for people who live in Latin America, live in Spain, what are the popular books that people in your country are reading right now? Because I've looked on my Amazon, which is based in Amazon England, Amazon UK, and I can see the books that are popular here. So then I changed my Amazon to Amazon Mexico, and even then I just was really confused on what are people reading, what's popular, and some of the books that I wanted to order on Amazon Mexico don't deliver to the UK. So like that was just a whole thing, and I'm still in the process of finding a new book to read. At the moment, I'm reading La Casa en Mango Street, and it's all right, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like it. Like, I'm being so honest. It's so thin, so I'm gonna be finished this book probably today. It's so thin, and like every page is just like barely any words on it. I'm like, guys, what is this? What have you sold me here? But you know, everyone on the reviews is like, it's so amazing, life changing. And I'm just like, I don't know, I just can't wait to finish it so I can move on and read something else, honestly. If you have book recommendations, please let me know. I have been hunting through Amazon and I just cannot find something. If I still can't find anything, I might just order agua como para chocolate or algo. Like, I don't remember what the book is called, but it's like agua para chocolate or something. I don't know. I might order that book. But yeah, I really would like some more modern reading because I think that book is a bit more of a Latino classic. Like, people study it in university and stuff. And I don't want to be doing that. Like, I just want to read a good book, you know? So yeah, in the comments, please let me know if you have anything that could help. Thank you. The last resource which I'm going to recommend is just to help you understand slang from different countries and different regions. and the website is called Asihablamos. And I put it in the description of my last video because I did a video with Mike Ben. If you haven't watched that, you definitely should. We were guessing different slang from primarily Colombia. And yeah, it was really, really fun to film. It's like the Urban Dictionary, but Spanish. It's pretty cool. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope it's been useful. I hope you can take some of the resources and use them this year to improve and boost your Spanish. And I guess I'll see you next week. Bye.